Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be working with Odin and the Nine Realms Oracle and working with the runes as well. So it'd be interesting because there's runes within this pack too. So we might see if any runes duplicate and what information we have for you today. So I'm going to just shuffle these cards first of all. So if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. And if any of this resonates with you, please do pop a little emoji or a comment or something, just so that I know how it's resonating with you. Oh, Billy and V. No, that popped out earlier when I was looking at these cards. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put those ones back because they came out earlier as well. Now, if they're meant to be, they will come out again, but we don't want that many cards. I was just going to try and see if we can get one more, basically. Oh my God, so I'll get the whole pack out again. I just saw one yo though, which is good. Okay, Manas. Right, so we've got Billy and V and Manas. Now, that's interesting. I'm going to have a little look in the book, first of all, for Billy and V, because I can't quite remember what they are talking about. But we will see how this correlates very soon. Divine creativity. So these are two brothers. They are said to have fashioned the earth and shaped Midgard. So Midgard is earth. This is where we live. Okay. They're the sons. They're Odin's brothers and sons of Bur. They gave life to the first humans. Vili and V bring creativity and inspiration, connecting you to the sacred, the place where divine convergence meets the cosmos. Creativity flows from God right through the top of your head into the crown chakra. Okay. So, this is all about creativity. And with it coming out with Manas, so I have to throw that over there. This is kind of like a transformation for you at the moment, where you are being inspired to use your creativity, to really step outside of the box, to see your place in the world and the gifts that you bring, okay? Manas is mankind. It is about seeing yourself, awareness of yourself in the world and what you are here in Midgard to bring, okay? So I'm going to pick some runes to go with that now and see what we have happening on here. Ewas, the relationship with yourself, the ability to realise the creative energy that you have. It contains an energy of, you know, you have a little bit of prowess. You have a little bit of, I'm going to say the words like a sexy energy to you, an attractive energy to you. And right now you're in a space of being able to attract towards you what is meant for you. And it's about trusting that relationship with yourself to bring that forward. There's something about you are moving into a place of creating a new life for yourself, I feel. Now, it doesn't always have to be like some fantastic, like, oh, you're going to be famous or you know, you're going to suddenly be a millionaire or anything like that. It can be quite subtle things happening in your life, but big changes, things that are aligning you with your true purpose. We have Thorazaz as well, which is about taking action and actually realising what action needs to be taken. Now, there's something that comes out with Thorazaz through my personal workings and dealings with it, which is the sentence is, I'm going to put this right. I'm going to do this right. And Thorazaz will help you to put things right. It can be the tool that helps you to break up rocky earth for fertile soil. Yes, it's got destruction to it, but sometimes you need to imagine, it's like when somebody breaks their nose or something like that. If it doesn't set properly, it has to be broken in order to be placed where it wants to be, okay? So it's like there has to be an element sometimes of pain or of something being collapsed in order for things to be repaired and be moved forward. So there is an energy of that as well. But it's almost like because you're trusting this energy that you have, you know, you have something about you that people like, I feel, but you're only just starting to realise that. I told you I saw one yo in the pack earlier, didn't I? So that was coming out in the Odin cards, but this is also, you know, you are in a place that by you aligning with your creativity and what inspires you right now, you're bringing harmony and ecstatic joy. You have the potential to really bring some joy into your life at this time. Are you going to deny yourself of that? Or are you going to agree with that and think, yeah, this is what I want. This is how I want things to be. You have the ability to bring that into your life. So let's get into this and see what it's all about. I've also got the animal cards on here and just see if they relate to what we're talking about at this time. I feel for some of you, there is something that feels like it needs to be put right, but it will lead to ecstatic joy. It will lead to something. Boundaries, the porcupine and then anemone. I wasn't about to sing them, by the way. Anemone, I think that's how you say it. Oh my God, I've just made myself look really quite special there, didn't I? So with the porcupine, you know, they look really cute and stuff like this, but they've got these spikes. You wouldn't want to mess, would you? You wouldn't want to upset one. And that's kind of like the energy that Thor Azaz is talking about on here is you've got to set boundaries. You've got to have strong boundaries and battle if you have to, but you're not going looking for the battle. And that's what your story is about at this time is you are moving into areas of your life that don't have the battle in the first place, okay? That's where you want to be. It's just step away from the things that make you feel like you've got to have that guard up. You know, it's good to have healthy boundaries in all aspects of your life. You know, you've got to really know, and that's what Airwas is talking about here, is you've got to really know what it is that you want and what you're prepared to allow into your life and allow around you. So Airwas is working with you to help repair that relationship with yourself so that you have a full understanding of like, actually, this works for me or this doesn't work for me. And I have the ability to stand my ground and say what I want to take action on and what I don't, okay? And it leads to harmony, personal power, ecstatic joy. If you can allow yourself to realise what is hurting you, you know, you've got to discern this. You've got to discern what empowers me and what disempowers me. And it's working and moving towards what empowers you and understanding that empowerment. So let's get into the cards then now and see what is your current situation on this. Whoa, okay, so your current situation kind of aligns with Thor Azaz here. There is a sudden change occurring in your life right now, and it brings inspiration, true inspiration. You've been in a lot of contemplation recently, and due to something happening, due to something changing quite drastically, it's awakened within you a realisation of what needs to change. And you're starting to understand this. The squirrels kind of represent, you know, they gather the nuts of inspiration. They gather like the hazelnuts and things like that, and that is the nut of inspiration. And that is what you are gathering right now, is you're realising I need to gather together what brings me this harmony, what brings me this joy, where I don't have to get my ackles up, where I don't have to get my spikes out. Yeah, because you don't want that anymore. You're done with that. Let's see what your challenge is at this time. Whoa, what is your challenge here? What challenges do you have? Okay, the challenge here is about your pride. It's kind of, I feel there's an element of what are people thinking about me? What are people saying about me? Who is watching me right now? And I feel like you feel like somebody is watching you like a hawk, waiting to sort of pounce almost or destroy something for you. That's what it feels like. That's what that Thor Azaz is there for. It's like you're trying to put something right, but there's a fear that somebody is trying to destroy something. And in your pride, you're sort of like, you know, you want triumph here. You want to be able to go public with something. You want to be able to say, this is what's happening, this is what's going on. But there's a fear that somebody else is going to expose something, I feel, or bring you down. So what is that thing? What is that with that challenge? Okay, it feels like it's to do with financial things. So this could be maybe perhaps you've had a loan off somebody, or there's a tie to do with finances here. And you, okay, maybe you've lent somebody money here, and there's a fear that if you go public with something, if you go ahead and do something, that you're going to lose this. So there's something about pride to do with finances, to do with money, that there's a fear of losing that if you go ahead with what you're planning to do. There's something about a trip or holiday or something like that. And I'm getting somebody saying something like, we'll just have the shoes off my feet then and the shirt off my back. And it feels that kind of energy of sort of like giving and giving and giving, but really slowly kind of getting it back, or not getting it back at all. And it's almost like an element of control that it feels like that's kind of hanging over you. And it is somebody that you are trying to defend yourself from at the moment, that you're keeping that boundary with, that you're trying to keep at arm's length and hold back. And Spirit is kind of suggesting, you know, yeah, that does feel like you need to do that. You need to create more distance with this person. So what do you need to focus on right now? What's going to help you through this? What do you need to focus on at this time? Ooh. Okay. So what you need to focus on at this time is watching for, where is this backstabbing going on? You know, you've got to walk away from the things that are wounding you, that are hurting you. And how many more swords can you handle in your back from this particular person or from this particular situation? It's almost like you keep going back and getting more swords in your back. And there's a saying, isn't there, of insanity is, so the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. I feel like the Ten of Swords here is kind of relating to the fact that things are only going to change if you walk away from this. It's not going to change by you being there. And I do feel there might be an element of you needing to painfully sort of remove a particular sword, especially to do with the finances. It's going to be very, very difficult for you, but in order to save your soul, yourself, your soul, okay. It's about that letting go and moving on. And we've got that, I mean, defense again on the bottom. It's like that is how you're feeling right now. Is like you're having to sort of, you want to step forward, you want to move into something, you want to step out into the public eye or something like that, but you feel like you can't because this situation has a hold over you in some form. Okay. So what is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you're letting go of right now? It's definitely something from the past. It's something that I feel has been very difficult to let go of. This could be a relationship, actually. This could be somebody that was an important person in your life. But it's almost like, you know, when you kind of have history with somebody or something, and that there's a comfort in that. But then when you feel like when you're around this person or around this situation, it's never right. It can never be put right. There's always an argument. There's always something. It's almost like saying, you know, it's time to move away. Now, for some of you, I feel like this actually could be a family member where you've had, it could be a sibling where you've had arguments and there's been some struggle with money. There's been some thing going on with money as well where somebody's had a hold over that. So it could be a partnership or it could be a sibling. So there's different collectives I feel from this. So take what resonates. You kind of looking through things with rose-tinted glasses, and that's why you keep going back, because you want this person to like you. You want this person to be good to you, to treat you well, but they're just not. And you keep trying just in case, you know, they're showing signs of changing, or this might be better or that might be better, and there's still this element of financial tie going on there. But they're kind of suggesting to you, you have to let go of this because it's really holding you back from that ecstatic joy, from your ability. It's like you're a bundle of tight energy. It's creating a lack of inspiration for you. It's kind of holding you in that place. So what is the future if you do let go of this? What does the future hold for you on there? Well, it's suggesting that the future holds like a new friendship. It suggests it actually opens you up to a new relationship or friendship, perhaps. Something that feels more like a solidarity, more like a safe place for you to be, around people that resonate with you on a level. So it's like this is telling you everything you need to let go of that in order to achieve this. And you will achieve it. Do you have anything else on that Three of Cups? Yeah, I see you kind of laughing again, enjoying your life, having fun. Yeah, because you've been locked out. You feel like you've been sort of out in the cold on this and locked in your own heart and head because of this situation. And again, it's those pentacles. It's because of this money situation that's kind of holding you in that place. It's time to move away from that. It's time to let go of that because it's locking you out of your own heart. It's shutting you down in your sacral center. This is your creative energy. Remember that Villian V that we had? You've got a lot of potential there with creativity and inspiration, and it's bursting to come out. It's bursting to be seen. But you, with this situation, it's holding you down. It's suppressing what abilities you have. And there's something that I feel, again, that collaboration, that teamwork, you're ready to work. You want some help here. I feel like that's what you're asking for. So what advice do we have for you at this time? What is the advice that we have? What can we tell you? Wow, okay. So the advice is here. To end the conflict is to make a decision and stop juggling. So it's about reaching yourself up and out towards the light, out towards that inspiration, towards your personal power. And you have been juggling, and this is a time now for being more flexible with your time, with your energy, with where you need to be and what you need to be doing. A Two of Pentacles, it is about getting balance. And I feel like that could be, you know, don't bury your head too much in your work or in the outcome of what you're looking for. It's more about getting a balance between work and play. And this is kind of like where you've been flawed before and you're starting to see that light and you're reaching for it. It may be a struggle, it may be difficult, but at the moment you're kind of stuck in this limbo land, and it's time to make that choice, make that decision to move forward. So that's your advice on there. Are there any hopes and fears that are coming out of this? Keep seeing the Sun card. It wants to come out. Now that's about manifesting. That is about dreams and joy and happiness. Something that you've been dreaming of, wanting. Yeah, you kind of holding yourself back in this situation through not letting go because of this situation that you've been in. But you know it's not serving you anymore. What's wrong with me today? I can't seem to speak. There's a lot more to you. There's a lot more that you need to do. And there's been some dishonor. There's been some element of deceit that's gone on here. And you know this now. You realize this. And you know that the situation that you're currently in, you're only ever going to find more of that. It feels like the trust has completely gone and you're never going to get that back. And it doesn't matter how much you try and talk, it doesn't work. It doesn't seem to happen. It just seems to be you're not heard. And it makes you want to kind of just be alone, really, like you're trying to run away, trying to be on your own. So why is that? So that's your, maybe that's your fear of being on your own. But then another part of you is sort of like your inner child is kind of suggesting, like, you know that you're not going to be on your own. You are a romantic at heart. I feel like you sort of are a little bit naive when it comes to love, or you just want to be loved. And sometimes I feel like you see yourself as this Page of Cups. It's like you see yourself as a child. And you want to be seen as the adult that you are. So it's kind of like you stepping up and standing in your own 2 feet, standing in your own shoes and kind of going like, yeah, I am parenting my inner child here and we're walking together through this. We are solid. This is about you with Manas really being aware of yourself and your needs and where you need to go in your life. You know, it might seem like pie in the sky, the ideas and ambitions that you've got, but why not just give it a chance to try and make it work? I feel like you've been trying to live in this safety net over here, and actually it's not comfortable anymore. It was maybe at one point, but it's not comfortable anymore, is it? So what is the outcome of this? What outcome do we have for you? What outcome do we have? I see a lot about water, like the sea or lakes, things like that. It's like you enjoy being out on water. You enjoy, it makes you feel peaceful, and that's where you need to be, I feel, at this time. So what is the outcome here? Why don't they want you to know what the outcome is? Maybe you've got some work to do first. I keep getting the Fool card come out though, so this is about taking a leap of faith, taking a chance on something. You do need to take a chance, I feel, and make a choice, make a decision. The outcome here is about breaking down illusion. I feel like you have started to break that illusion. Maybe, hopefully, through this video, the illusion has been broken here, and you're starting to realise actually what, through discernment, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what is actually holding me back, and what is setting me free. And I feel like you already know what that is. It's just about making that choice, making that decision. Can you do it? And we've got the Strength card here, which is kind of suggesting, yeah, you do. Through courage and bravery, you do. You may need to use a little element of this, which is, I have to put this right for me. And it's not going to be easy. It will be difficult. It will be a challenge. And it will hurt you, I feel, because you don't like hurting other people. But remember that pride card on there, you know. You do this for you. You can triumph here, but you sometimes have to swallow your pride a little bit and be like, okay, I feel like maybe there was some kind of agreement that was made, but you know you need to break that agreement. And in breaking that agreement, it's not going to be easy, and the other person isn't going to take it well, is what I'm feeling. But you know, in order for you to move forward in the way that you need to go, in the direction that you need to go in, then you have to. I keep getting snakes, and I know like snakes are a thing for me at the moment, but it's about shedding that skin and allowing yourself to shed that skin, you know, and then discarding it. You have to leave it behind. You can't get back into it. And I feel like that's what someone's been trying to do, is like they've kind of shed a skin, but then keep trying to put it back on again, and it's not working. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. So you have to let it go. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you today. I hope that resonates with you. And if it does, and you'd like to go deeper into that reading for a personalised reading, then please do get in touch. Again, like and subscribe to my channel. Drop me a like or a comment. I would really appreciate that. And I'll speak to you very soon. Have a blessed day.